one of the aspects that I admire so much about getting to know you the past couple of years is your commitment to the community. And what I've seen specifically in Beth is her heart for the community and heart for philanthropy. And not only does she lead in that in her own life, in her own life and the life of her family, she encourages a lot of other people to come along with her. In fact, we were meeting just prior to this meeting, and she not only was talking about a charity she cared deeply about, she made sure everybody at the table was willing to come and donate to that charity as well. So I think that's an important part of giving back, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on philanthropy and why you consider that such an important part of your life.
It's interesting, when I was about 25, for completely different reasons, I said, oh God, you know what, my dream job would be to be a philanthropist. Because at 25, I just thought I wanted disposable income to give away after I was done with it. And obviously, that is definitely not the definition of philanthropy that I know today. I've found in giving back to other people, even if I'm dealing with a more difficult day, especially with the transition going on in my family and the transition going on in our organization, it is one thing that certainly can put lightness in my soul. And I've been really looking for direction at the organization with my dad now not there. And looking at the organization in some of the areas where we weren't as strong. Obviously, this is a very strong run organization. It's not difficult to market at all. We have an incredible fan base, which from my dad's perspective is really the owner of the organization. He's just been facilitating that. But on one side, I just didn't see the Denver Broncos really recognized in the community the way I wanted it to be for their community efforts. And so my first initial thought was, well, I'll get out there, and by name association, that will bring some recognition back to the Denver Broncos. But really what I found was such great fulfillment in giving back to the community, but time, treasure, and talent. I give probably more time and talent than I do treasure to the efforts that I'm involved with. But I make sure those efforts are meaningful to my heart, because then there's never any resentfulness when I go out there and I'm giving my time and maybe not having my best day. And really collateral that came from that was coming alongside some of the leading Denver business people. I didn't really understand that joining the boards that I have or being part of the events that I have been chairing, or however I've been associated with a nonprofit, I didn't realize going in that it was going to connect me with leading Denver business people, professionals, and politicians, because they're there, and whether it's one or two nonprofits they're supporting something. So by me exponentially increasing that, I was touching and getting more involved on a community level with business leaders than I thought I was going to, and that's been a great benefit to me, because although my dad has lived in this community for the last 32 years, I've only been here for 5 years. So never underestimate really what can come out of something you didn't imagine in the first place. I thought I was getting involved, looking for some direction, and really wanting to give back. And that it really has given as much back to me in the relationships I've been able to make in the business community. So I really am on a soapbox trying to encourage people that there's something out there for everyone. Get involved, because it's going to really fulfill your soul. But you're going to get something out of it as far as the relationships and the connections you can make as well.